Bright Duty. Every student matters.
Now we will be talking about a few sources of energy from the sea. Energy from the sea. We have just considered the energy from the sun, then the energy from the earth, geothermal energy. The sea is also a vast resource of energy where we have a great potential of utilizing this energy. We can harness this energy in various ways. For example, first way is quite important: ocean thermal energy, or OTE. Now, therma once again means heat. Ocean thermal energy means the energy which we can obtain because of the difference in temperature of the different layers of the oceans or seas. We know that when sunlight falls on the surface of the water, the surface water will become quite hot. But as we go deeper in the seas and oceans, the temperature gradually decreases. And if there is a temperature difference of 20 degrees Celsius, this you need to remember, if there is a temperature difference of 20 degrees Celsius between the upper layers and the lower layers of the ocean, then it can be used to generate energy. How it can be used? What we do is, we try to make a setup in which ammonia, liquid ammonia is used. Now, this ammonia has a very low boiling point. So, this ammonia or liquid ammonia, it boils at the surface where the temperature is high. This ammonia, when converted into vapor form, this ammonia, vapors of ammonia, they are utilized to run the turbines, and due to that electricity can be generated. Fine. Then this liquid, this ammonia, the vapors are cooled off, then they are once again converted back into liquid form and recirculated from the down layers, and once again brought back again at higher temperatures on the surface of the sea. They will be converted into vapors. Again they will be used, vapors, the energy, to run the turbines to generate electricity. Such places where this OTE is generated, that is known as OTEC power plants. You need to know the full form of OTEC. OTEC is Ocean Thermal Energy Conversion power plants. These are the power plants where the ocean thermal energy is produced or converted into electrical energy. Fine. And for this we need to remember specially two things. Apart from the full form of OTEC, we need to remember that the temperature difference should be 20 degree, and substances like liquid ammonia are used whose boiling point is comparatively quite low. Fine. So, this is one way by which we can try to obtain energy from the sea. The another option is tidal energy. First of all, we need to know what are tides. We know that the moon revolves around the earth, but not in a circular orbit, but in an elliptical orbit, right? Now, when moon comes in very close proximity to a closer distance to earth, the gravity of the moon tends to attract the water from the seas and oceans, because of which that water rises towards moon, but the earth's gravity pull it back. Fine. And when the moon is farthest from the earth, then the gravity of earth is more, and this basically causes tides. Fine. The proximity causes high tide, and when the moon is farther, then it causes low tide, right? So, this phenomena which causes tides can be utilized to generate energy. How? We try to make this kind of setup, right, where we have a sea or ocean, we form or we construct a tidal barrage or a tidal dam like this. having a reservoir out here. Now when high tide comes, the water of the sea, the water level rises, because of which the water here is at higher level. It will move from this higher level region to this lower level region. We place a turbine over here. So when water goes from this sea level to this reservoir, it rotates the blades of the turbine and hence causing the shaft to rotate, and it is connected to a dynamo, because of which electricity can be generated. Fine. So at the time of high tide, this water is stored over here. Now when low tide comes, then the opposite happens. Then the water of the sea level goes down and the water in the reservoir, it is at a higher level. So now the reverse process will take place. Now the water from the reservoir will go in the opposite direction towards the sea, and the output that we require will be the same, that is, it will rotate the blades of the turbine, hence causing shaft to move, because of which in dynamo electrical energy can be generated. Right. So this is also one of the potential sources of energy, but there are different problems. Number one, the setup cost is so high, and the tides, they come only twice in a day, one high tide, one low tide. So it is not worth putting in so much of investment. That much worth of electricity is not generated. Secondly, there are very few locations in the world where this kind of setup can be made, where tidal energy can be utilized. But still, it is one of the potential sources, and we are looking forward to harness it, keeping in view the energy crisis situation that we are facing. Right? Fine. The third, another yet option is sea wave energy. We know that in seas, waves are produced throughout the day. These waves are in motion. That means they possess kinetic energy. Kinetic energy means the energy which is possessed by a body due to its motion. So because the waves are in motion, they possess kinetic energy. This kinetic energy of the sea waves can be harnessed. Efforts are being made, setups are being constructed, by which we can just fix up the turbines, floating turbines on rubber tires or tubes in the sea, interconnected. The waves will strike with the blades of the turbine, and they can generate electrical energy due to the small dynamos or generators attached to them. Fine. So this is also one of the ways we can obtain energy from the sea. So these are the three methods by which man has been trying to utilize the extreme potential source, that is the sea. Fine.